Good morning and afternoon to you all. I am Ryan and this is Michigan Storm Chasers. Welcome to the YouTube channel. We are in the middle to late part of the week, and as a result, an update video is in store for us here in Michigan. On your screen currently is the temperature forecast the next 15 days based in Ann Arbor, but I want to come back to that. Let's go ahead and start circling back here to today's forecast. Thursday, August 14th, per the SPC, there is a general thunderstorm risk for portions of the western UP by Ironwood, Houghton, over toward the Iron Mountain area. Otherwise, across the state, if you're in the white color, that is no risk today for thunderstorms. So, overall, no severe is expected today, but tomorrow that may change. And as it goes through the weekend, chances will increase. So, Friday, August 15th, per the SPC, we're going to say, actually, I'm not going to say it, almost the entirety of the UP. I can't say entirety because the over here by Mackinac, Chippewa counties is not in that risk. But if you're in the dark green or light green colored areas, that is your general thunderstorm risk here. A severe risk is in place here for Ironwood. It is a marginal level 1 risk, so keep an eye for Friday. Could have some stronger storms pushing in. And then we move to Saturday. That risk shifts eastward, but overall, no risk right now for severe weather, but would not be shocked to see one added later on because we have an abundance of instability, a bit of wind shear, as well as a good source of lift. So perhaps Saturday, and maybe even Sunday as well, a severe weather threat develops further east or south. As a result, the CSU learning model is an AI-based, basically probability model, and this is going to be what it's showing here for Saturday. We're going to see a wide swath of 15 to 30% probabilities from Michigan through Wisconsin back through the central and northern plains. So a pretty wide swath here of a severe probability. Now, take in mind, this is not a forecast. It's just the AI model taking account 2 or 3 different models, blending it all together, and spitting out a solution. So it's not a surefire forecast. Don't take it as such. But it is kind of scratching your head and going, we could have a bit more of a severe environment for that Saturday. Now, Sunday as well, we're going to see a much less potent probability here. It's still 15 to 30% here across southern Michigan, northern Ohio, northern Indiana, back through Illinois, Wisconsin, and perhaps Iowa as well. But overall, that threat is there for Sunday too. And then continuing into Monday, Tuesday of next week, that threat is down to a 5 to 15% chance, but it shifted pretty much south of us into the Ohio Valley. And then that also hangs around for your Tuesday, primarily further south, but hey, we could have some probabilities into that Tuesday time frame as well. So as a result, the increase of storm chances, it also correlates to the increase of our temperatures and humidity. So as we move into the weekend here, today's Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, likely going to be hotter and more humid. In fact, upper 80s and low 90s potentially here for portions of the state. But take in mind, fast forward to the long term, mid to long term here, that Tuesday time frame, we're dropping back off into the 70s before we kind of stair-step climb back into the low to mid 80s for next weekend. But overall, the long term looks a little cooler than what we've been dealing with the past couple of weeks here. So perhaps a cool off is on its way for us here in Michigan. Of course, upper 70s, low 80s isn't really a cool off, but compared to 90s and humidity, I'll take a 75-degree day, if you know what I mean. So overall, after the week is over, expect a little bit lower temperatures, but overall, less storm chances as well past the, we're going to say Monday, Tuesday timeframe. All right, with that said, overall model guidance for today does not show much in the way of any storms. Go ahead and run this through here. Here is 11 a.m. this morning. Here is noon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and here's midnight. So the model here says we're dry pretty much all day. We get toward the midnight time frame or so, some showers start working their way into the UP there. But overall, into Friday morning, showers and storms may increase in coverage, but especially as we get toward that Saturday time frame where the peak humidity is working in there, we could see definitely some scattered showers and storms across the state here. But overall, not a huge, organized, widespread threat for anything severe, but pop-up days are possible here. And as we've seen already this summer, pop-up days can and will produce severe weather in some instances. So we're going to watch it carefully. Overall, though, not something to be concerned about for like a huge derecho or outbreak of tornadoes, nothing like that at this current time. All right. With that said, you guys enjoy your day. I am Ryan signing off here. I'll catch you guys perhaps in the coming days for a update video.